No, I think he's. It's the coronavirus and everything that's going on with it. I mean, it's scary. It's a scary time,
Yeah.
and he's got to facilitate, just like I did when I was head of IT. You have to facilitate all the people that are going wirelessly right now, that are connecting VPN from home, work from home, which is the government mandate at this point. If you can work from home, work from home. Of course, which I think is great. In my personal opinion, and when we get Fremo on, we'll have him add his 2 cents into it.
Yep.
Absolutely brilliant, because every bullshit IT guy that Fremo and I have to deal with on a regular basis is absolutely fucking called out today. Absolutely, because if their infrastructure sucks in any way, where they're like, "Yeah, it's fine, I don't care. Fuck Mandy in accounting, she's okay. I don't give a shit." And you're just skating by with your limited abilities because you've bullshit. And I've worked at 2 companies now that have been like that, where they're I want to say employees, but it's such a loose term. Your clients or your people that have worked for you are absolute 110% garbage. And I called you out on that in 2 different companies, small companies. I like seeing the small companies survive. I worked for big companies for most of my career. So I wanted to take that opportunity to work for a smaller company and make them survive, because I think smaller companies and smaller districts and smaller areas are what the key to the economy is. It's great to have your 1 or 2 big boxes downtown, your Sears and Roebuck, your Macy's, things like that. It's okay. That's great. But at the same time, you need to have those smaller stores that the average Joe can go down to, like a Radio Shack, like a Benny's. And I'm just saying that around my area. I don't know what it is around your area, but you need those smaller type areas to boost the economy, and you're not doing it right now. And I think it sucks, but you're doing it to yourself.
Okay, I got a more important question.
What is it?
How come the last few times that I've been on, there was no echo at all like this? Especially just the other night when it was me, you, and Tisha. But even when it's just you and I have not had this feedback, this constant, I can hear every word I'm saying. The, it's very frustrating trying to talk to you.
Turn the headphone volume down on the mic.
Okay, I already did that. I can still hear it. It's something else.
Okay. All right.
I'm telling you, it was something you did. You were looking at the different colors and how they were going off at the same time. When we're talking, one's talking, one isn't. It had something to do with that. And when we were recording the other night, like this is very distracting to even try to keep my tone because I keep hearing myself talk like right back to me. Shut up. No, you shut up. Knock it off. You're gonna get it.
Could have
Who,
an
me?
argument with yourself. Let me see what I can
Not
do.
me.
All
You.
right. Let me do this first. So what I'll do? Do you want to overwrite? Yeah. No. I want to. No.
I like me some Johnny wrestling.
I know you do. You enjoy
Oh,
that for a minute
Triple
while I.
H.
Triple H is on there.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that echo. Hello,
Say it
Mara.
again.
You have that
Yes.
echo. Okay.
Yep. Now it just sounds a little bit clearer, but that's it.
Little bit. Can't be wrong. What now? Is that better?
Let's see. Okay, whatever you did, I cannot hear myself at all, and this is perfect.
Right.
Okay, so you should write this down. So, like when
Yeah, but
these
can you
things
hear
come up,
you can't hear the background.
am I supposed to be hearing something?
Yeah, you should be able to hear the sound effects.
Okay, you're right. I can't hear that.
But you can hear these. Nope. Crap, hold on.
Bullshit.
Yes.
Okay, so the quick fix is to just add these to the hot fix.
Bullshit.
All right. Mara Jade Phoenix is a hardcore whore. I'm just testing audio. Mara Jade
Thank-
Phoenix is a hardcore whore.
Thank
See,
you.
that sounded nice. And
Go on.
oh, you scumbag.
If that's what you like.
Ugh.
Bullshit.
Yeah, see, without these labels, I can't remember that shit. And the sound effects go off over it. All right, hold on. I can fix this. I can fix this. I can fucking fix this. All right, so if I turn this on, then you should get just me, and then
Oh, it's called shopping. Oh, that's awful.
and the echo's back, isn't it?
What is it? Oh, yeah, I can hear myself again.
Mother humper. Is that this one? Say something again?
I said I could hear.
No, that's not the right one. It's this one. Now you should be good.
Let's see. Yep.
Yes, you are.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, let me read about this this money that's coming back from this stimulus package coming today. Can I shut her down, or you want me to leave it on while I read this?
Leave it on while you read that, because I'm trying to work on this audio, and I don't think it's going to work.
Oh.
You can't hear any. If you ever hear, I'm just hitting random sound effects. So if you ever hear sound effects, let me know.
Okay.
See, it's on system. But you hear an echo, right?
Do it again. No echo.
You don't hear an echo,
No.
even when you talk.
Wait a minute. Even when I talk. Oh, yes. Yeah, I do.
Son of a
Shutting.
bitch.
Sorry, because I'm trying to keep one ear.
Yeah, no. All right, so I have to redirect audio. Ain't that some shit? You know what? I'll work on that tomorrow. Right now, I'm just going to enjoy this game and enjoy you.
Yes, darling. I loves you.
I love you too, baby. Don't forget we're live.
Goodbye.
You're done?
Yeah.
Why? What are you reading about? I want to know about what you're reading about.
I want to see how much we're going to get from the stimulus package and when they're expecting to roll those direct
Oh, yeah, that direct deposit thing, man.
Denial ain't just a river in Egypt, Curly.
facts.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess June, July. We should be getting that. Or you're
I
praying to your
actually-
no, seriously, you're gonna be praying to your landlord. You're gonna be praying to your landlord to get any sort of extension on your rent. And by this time he's gonna be like, I don't know what to tell you, but he's not going to be arguing unless he's a prick, because he's gonna be under the same problems.
Right.
I don't care how much money you have in the bank. It's going to be a problem when you can't actually go to the bank and make transfers or do certain things. That's going to actually be an issue.
Well, from what I'm reading right here, it says payments of $1,200
Bullshit.
will be sent to individuals who made $75,000 or less. The payment will increase for people who made more than $75,000 or married couples who filing joint made $150,000 or more. People who made $99,000 or more, okay, nobody falls under that because we all So no, it looks like they are trying to get this all wrapped up, like actually finalized by Friday. And then the first set of direct deposits are set to be sent out 3 weeks after that. So they said that they're going by the 2019 and 2018 income taxes.
All right,
If you
so
have the
here's
same
my argument.
address,
You're a
hold on,
former
hold
accountant.
on,
Okay.
hold on.
Okay.
If you have the same mailing address, the same routing and accounting number for both years, that's what they're going to use, and you'll just see a direct deposit. Boom. Go on.
I got to say, let's look back a little bit.
Looking.
You said that you're going to sit there and, the government knows how much you make and how much your rent is, correct?
They know it if you're getting assistance from them, yes.
Even
But
if
they
you're
only-
paying, no bullshit. Because even on your taxes, you got to say how much you're paying for rent,
No, you don't. And I'm telling
really,
you
a
this
mortgage
as
or anything
someone-
else.
I'm telling you this as someone who has had to get assistance and as someone who wasn't on assistance, that when you get their help, they know your utilities, your rent, a copy of your IRS return. They know all of it. Okay. But if you're not getting any help from them and you file just an income tax return, you take the standard deduction. That's just the deduction that they set for you. It's something like 86%.
What?
Seriously?
They're taking 86%.
Okay. Mara Jade signing off.
Why? What's going on? I've been talking.
A video started playing on here for no reason, and I thought you were playing it on
No.
yours.
No.
That's what was messing me up. So
Welcome to the
when
ads.
you take right when you take a standard deduction,
Yeah.
all you're saying is, this is how much I made, this is how much you said my tax is, this is what my refund is.
Yeah.
When you take that standard deduction, you don't have to then itemize and put, this is how much I paid for rent on my mortgage, this is how much I paid in for car taxes and car repair or home repair and everything else that you would then itemize to get the tax break. So you have to remember that honestly, the government, unless you're getting help from them, they don't know what you're paying for rent. They don't know any of that stuff.
What? What? Wait, what? So the fact I remember distinctly when I used to do my own taxes before you did them. I remember.
Licensed CPA, just for the record.
Yeah, I just want. Yeah, that's a fact. So when I did my own, I remember distinctly they asked me what my monthlies were, and I had to itemize my monthlies. Is that not the case anymore?
It's not only not.
It's
the
been a while.
case. I would almost venture to guess that Delilah was doing something like that. You'll have to edit that after. So, oops. My guess is that when you're living under someone else's roof, okay,
Yeah.
and you're paying rent even to the parents or anyone else, if you're living with someone, they then can get the benefit of writing you off or things like that, um, because they would be claiming rent, right?
Yeah.
They would be
Yeah.
claiming X amount of dollars.
Sure.
They get a tax break.
Yeah.
So uh, that's my guess, is that that was probably being done to help them more than anything else.
Okay.
Unless you want me to give you a crash course in you know, IRS basics, you wouldn't understand it. But just think about this theory, okay?
All right.
Standard deduction is just that. It is a standard. It changes every so many years. It just changed this tax year because of some of the tax changes that Trump made.
Yeah.
You know, a married couple filing joint. The standard deduction for that might be $15,000. So, you have $80,000 worth of income for the year. Okay, well, they just took 15,000 off right there. Now your taxable income just went down to 65,000. Well, you have 4 kids, and the deduction for, each qualifying child is, say, 5,000 each. There's
Yeah.
another 20,000 that comes off. These are just standard numbers, okay?
Yeah.
But the only reason that you would itemize is because you have so many medical bills, so much interest, so much write-offs from your house. Excuse me. um, if you had so many write
Write-offs.
tax write-offs, it would have to be more than, so if your standard deduction, married, filing joint, and 4 kids, was like $35,000 standard deduction.
Yeah.
The only reason you would ever itemize is because the everything that you would write off would be greater than 35,000. And Trump has made the standard deductions, he's raised them so high that he did that for a reason. It's much neater, easier, cleaner to process and things like that when people don't itemize. But you can't get carried away either. If he's being generous and increasing the standard deduction, you
Yeah.
don't want to turn around and go, "Oh, hey, thanks for that $30,000 standard deduction. But this year I just so happen to have 40,000 to write off, and then next year the standard is 40. Oh, this year I have 50,000 to write." It's like you're gonna get an audit sooner or later if you keep doing that. Excuse me. Sorry. I gotta get a drink.
So I didn't understand any of that.
Okay.
And
Excellent.
again, what makes me laugh is that a lot of people that understand taxes are going to understand exactly what you said, and they're very basic. But a lot of jabronis like myself
Uh-huh.
are going to look at that and go, "Okay, I claim 0, or I claim 1, or I claim 2." That's going to be the 3 basic portions that you're going to be at. So, as a tax person, what would you say to somebody that claims 0? You're good. You'll get what you get. 'Cause that's all we care about. That's all we care. That's literally all we care about is how much am I going to get back? Am I going to get back a lot or little? Oh, you're claiming 0. Okay, I claim 0. Now, am I getting back a lot? No, you're going to get the same amount every year unless the government changes the rules, and that will fluctuate. Is that correct? If I
It's
claim
not that
0, if I
easy.
claim 0,
But again, it's not that. Is it just you? Are you single? No
yeah,
children?
yeah, I'm not
Okay,
claiming
so it's
anybody.
just you all by yourself.
Yeah,
Then yes, everyone would look at you and say claim 0. But even that W-4 form has now changed. That used to be a form. I'm sure you would remember it
yeah,
when it would ask you, okay, are you married? You would put the number 1. Then it would
right,
say, do you have any dependents to claim? You had 2 kids, and you'd put the 2. It would
yeah,
say, you would tally up those numbers, and at the end you would get, say the number was 3 or 4. Then you would claim married 4.
right,
They were doing that quite a bit, and then I think it was last year, or the last 2 years, they did this, put more money back into your check. Stop, stop giving the government all your money to hold on to and then get this big refund at the end of the year. Well,
I
there are
disagree.
some right. There are some people, myself included, not good savers. So you know what? It's better for me this way because then when you file and you do get, whatever it is, 3, 4, 5, sometimes
Yeah, but you
$10,000.
know what I found out about those people? Those people are the people that sit there and they do their taxes, and it's like crapshoot. Like I can't tell you how many people over on a prestigious area of the state. All of them they file and they're like, "Well, hopefully I won't have to pay in this year." What do you mean, hopefully? Like I can't even imagine that. Like it's not hopefully. It's I'm not going to pay in because I did this, or I'm not going to pay in. Like I always claim zero, regardless of even when I had kids. I don't recall. I
Well, and again,
not until way
those
later in their life did I ever claim them. I'm pretty sure. I think my job changed because I was making money to the point, like I was doing really well, and I don't want to get audited.
well, but this is the
But
other thing. Nobody wants an audit, believe you me.
oh hell
You know,
no.
you'd rather sit in purgatory for 50
Oh
years. Look,
yes.
listen. The thing is, as long as, even claiming zero, that isn't always the safest thing either because it
But
also
that's the
depends
safest
on
thing. Is it wrong to think that that's the safest thing that you can do?
it is depending on your income bracket.
How?
If it's just because, and I'll give you an example, if
Right.
it's just you, and so you're going to take a standard deduction of single, the difference is if you make, say you make 40,000.
Yeah.
Okay, your tax, even after taking the standard deduction and say your taxable income was in, I don't know, 32,000.
Yeah.
Your tax on
This is on a grid. This is a
32,000.
grid I can find online that'll tell me I make this amount a year and this is how much my taxable income is.
Oh, all of this is available right on the IRS's website. They literally have forms, publications. All you have to do is type in a couple of keywords. They can be completely out of order, and it'll pull it right up for you.
All right, go on.
But again, your tax, even on something as simple as 32,000, is very different than the tax for someone who made 30,000 and now they've got their taxable income is 22,000. So it is very, very different, and people don't realize this. A different example, I had a client that I have done taxes for many years, and she has a child to claim. Every year, she would always get an earned income credit. That is a credit available to anyone when you fall within a certain, again, tax bracket. You don't necessarily have to have children to claim this credit. She was very used to always getting that credit. And, when I did her taxes this year, she was very let down because in previous years, her take home, what she made for the year was anywhere from 20 to 22. When you have 22,000, when you have one child for earned income credit, you claim head of household, then you get to claim the child. That brought your taxable income from 22,000 down to maybe 4,000, if that at all. So now this earned income credit comes in, and for that one child, plus she gets back everything that she paid all year in federal. She was getting income tax returns of, anywhere from 5 to 7,000. Well, I do her taxes this year. She worked a ton of overtime all year, and she ended up making was just under 40,000.
Yeah.
Now, her child is also 17. At the age of 17, you lose that child tax credit and the earned income credit goes down considerably. So now she went up. I mean, she went up like, we're talking like 13, about 15,000 in income, which was great for her and great for her take home pay. The problem was the earned income credit was very little, if any. And this year she ended up getting an income tax return of maybe 2,400. And she really thought that she was still going to get back that 4 to 5,000 minimum. I mean, she was really upset, and I had to explain to her that, it's a great thing, you know,
Yeah.
you made much more money, but much more take home pay. And even then she has to get ready to change her filing status in terms of claiming him because um, her child is now 18, turned 18, is getting ready to move out, already has a full-time job. So now it's not even going to be head of household anymore, and there's not going to be a dependent to claim. So it does get complicated, but trust me when I tell you, there is a very, very big difference, and filings isn't isn't always enough. The difference between 20, 30, 40. Think about somebody who makes 80,000 a year and they're fine. Well, I filed zero. That person needs to be, if they're living in an apartment and they have no children, no mortgage to deduct, they need to be claiming zero plus having probably at least 100, if not 200 a week taken out additional for them to not owe.
Really?
Yes.
I never had a problem. I never had a problem claiming zero and taking home enough money to survive. Ever.
Yeah, but it's changed. It's changed over the years. Now, the economy changed so much. I mean, honestly, just with the jobs available and what the jobs are paying. What think about over the last, 2 to 3 decades and where the pay scales were,
Yeah.
for a family of, say, 4, the parents, 2 kids. Okay. There was a time, as we all know, that one parent could work and the other parent could stay home.
Yeah.
But now you've got 2 incomes.
Let me tell you, that shit ain't easy. That shit ain't easy, man.
No,
Uh,
it's basically impossible at this point.
yeah,
But,
it's getting to that point. I can tell you that because I tried to do that, and I can tell everybody that's listening that I was one of the people that tried that with my wife, and it's tough. It's just simply tough. Like you see overtime hours, and you take them. I don't care if you've worked 32. I don't care if you worked 40. I don't care if you worked 44 already. You look at that and you're thinking, even at the 44 mark, you're looking at those hours and going, do I want to steal 9? Do I want to? Because I mean, my wife's good to me, so she's gonna have a hot meal waiting for me regardless. She'll go take she'll take a nap. she'll lay down for a little bit and set an alarm. And when I call, say that I'm on my way home, she'll make sure that everything's in the oven and shit's warm. And that's awesome. And that's kind of the way. And again, I want to state this first and foremost especially on a live broadcast, and it doesn't even matter. But I feel it should be stated that way I don't get fucking stupid hate mail. Is that my wife and I are extremely. There was a time where I was unemployed for a short time, and she was working, and I would stay home. I did the laundry, I did the dishes, I attempted the cooking. A lot of times she didn't allow that, and she kind of did that when she got home. But everything else was done, vacuuming and I enjoyed it. I actually enjoyed that time, and at the same time, guys, I was able to game a little bit too. When the kids, I had one child homeschooling, and I had another child that was in public schools. And there was a certain time, there was a couple of hours during the course of the day where one was doing his schoolwork in his room, and the other one was at school. And I was able to grind out like 2 hours, like constantly 2 hours of gaming, just solid with no interruptions. It was pretty sweet, I got to admit.
Nice. Nice.
As a Gen Xer, that was pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie. That was good stuff. But
Well, let me also say and put this information out there just because I think it's important. If you go on the IRS's website at any time, they actually have a PDF file that you can print out, and it's basically a grid where you can look up, how many people are in your household,
Yeah.
dependents. How much do you guess that you or you and your spouse are going to make for the year? It will not only tell you what you
How much of
should
a
be
douchebag
claiming
you
and
are.
filing, basically how screwed you are come January 31st of the following year.
Uh,
So it will not
I'm
only
going to
tell you.
claim 4.
Wait a minute, what do you mean goats don't count?
Look, I can't tell you how many times working in the cable industry that I came across people that were contractors that had absolutely no idea what to claim or how to do it, and understandably because nobody explained it to them. It's not like there's an instructional booklet on it, but you kind of got to play smooth with your money, and that's why you should have money in the bank. Just because you have say just because you have $400 in the bank, you shouldn't go spend $300 because it could be a $200 bill that you can't pay that pops up, whether it's a medical expense or a car expense or something like that.
Sure.
And honestly, insurance companies, and Mara Jade being a former accountant, she could tell you that they kind of look forward to that shit. I hate to say it, but that's kind of what their business is based on. It's not good, bad, or indifferent. It's just what their business was based on. This is how they operate. So you got to accept that. And sometimes it's just it's not a perfect system. It's just
No.
not.
Well, there is no perfect system when it comes to uh, government agencies, but that's for another time. So this grid, again, it will basically tell you what you should be claiming, what you should be filing and claiming, and whatnot. And then it will also give you other options of if you did want to get money back, you should have this much taken out, or have maybe claim less instead of claiming so many. But they really do make it foolproof to the point where there is no reason that anyone should owe for any reason at all.
Yeah. I mean,
Except
I
for
can't.
except for people like you, Phoenix, who think that you can, I don't know, claim Dunkin' Donuts
Why
reward
not?
tax write-off.
It is.
It's not, I
Look,
promise
I
you.
need. It simply says, Dunkin's what you need on the run. I'm on the run all the time. I'm trying to set up the show and create a network and support my family and work and be the best I can at my job. And I need Dunkin' Donuts. Therefore, it should be a write-off because I need it.
Phoenix, let me bring
What?
your attention to tax year 2015. It was a chilly winter morning that morning when you attempted to do your own taxes via TurboTax. Do you remember this morning?
Look,
that
I
I'm
just wanted to call you for some advice.
No.
What do you mean?
Let's go over what came out from the information that you entered. You were getting back. Do you remember what you were getting back
It was a
from
substantial amount.
from the state of
It
Rhode
was
Island?
a good amount of money. Yeah.
It was more than 6 digits, I believe.
It
Do you
was.
remember what else you were getting back?
Yes, according to federal, I was getting somewhere close to 2 million, and the state of Rhode Island and 3 yachts.
And so, with that being said, I have since taken over
Look, I'm just saying that
the
when the
filing of your tax returns.
look when
for
the
this tax
government
year.
when the government seizes things, they have to get rid of them. Why not award me with them? I
The
thought this was
problem
legit.
is when they show
was a
up with
website.
a 53-foot truck.
It was a
That's the
website.
problem. Oh, okay.
Wait, website's not legit to do my taxes.
I highly recommend that you
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, get in there and talk about www.com, and you got them naked chicks on there, man. You go click, 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 click. It's real easy.
I don't know. I just think it's not out of the realm of possibility. Look, the bottom line is if you're claiming 0, you should be okay. If you claim the amount of children that you have, you should be okay if you're being legit with everything you're typing in. if you are buying stuff legit, if you're a contractor, and I can tell you this legit from being a contractor, if you're a contractor and you buy a screw gun because it's better than your handheld screwdriver that the company supplies, which again, they're supplying you with tools, but they're shitty tools. Not shitty like quality, but shitty like you're not going to use these every day. You're not going to use the Phillips head screwdriver they gave you. You're going to buy a screw gun and you're going to use that. So you can write the screw gun off as a work expense. That can happen. But expect, is that what you're saying, Mara Jade? Is that it's...
No, no, actually, you're not even close. So I'm just going to stop you dead in your tracks. Because what you look at the time. Oh, I think those taxes are calling me to be finished. Here's the thing. Usually, 96%
so wrong.
of humanity goes to CPA to do their taxes, and they also go to them when they start a job. And there's a reason the CPA is not only there just once a year for taxes, they're there for, you can do a financial checkup, something I highly recommend.
Phoenix does really soon.
Oh, I feel bad for the poor bastard. Oh, wait, that's me. Yes, they go to their CPA to also say, I have a new job, and this is what I'm going to be making, and my spouse is still at their job. And the CPA would say, oh, okay, you're actually making more. You need to now file this way and claim this. There are licensed professionals for that reason. So I highly, highly recommend.
Do not listen to Phoenix.
Does that. And please, unless you like federal prison, okay? Because if there's one thing I know that they don't go lightly on, is when you mess with the IRS and their money. It's always lengthy. There are no 24 months and 8 months with good behavior. They're usually 10-year plus with no parole.
That's federal pen, isn't it? Federal heavy.
Yeah.
Federal max.
And it's not the golf course anymore.
No, it is not.
Oh, no. All right, this is Mara Jade. I am signing out for the night.
Oh, you go do your thing. I'm gonna stay right here and play some games. Oh, I don't even know what I'm going to play. It's just so funny. She cracks me up. Oh my gosh, I was doing taxes so wrong when I met her. Like, I was answering questions, and she's not kidding. There was a point where I was getting back, like, honestly, I mean, we embellished it, but I was getting back at one point. I was getting back something like, my gosh, it was something like $32,000 or something like that. And I'm like I had a job at like Radio Shack. Like, I just got out of high school. I wasn't even sure what I was going to do, and I just moved my part-time job from high school into a full-time position, and I didn't even know really what was going on. And I was like, wait a minute, that's a lot of money to get back. I mean, is this what people are always talking about, their income tax? And then I started thinking about it. I'm like, wait a minute, these people come in with their income tax money and bitch about an $800 item, computer or whatever. And okay, so if you're getting back $32,000, $800 shouldn't be pissing you off. So I started doubting what I was saying, and then I did my own taxes, like I said, and it looked like I was getting about that much money, and I was obviously wrong, so I didn't file it, which was good because I would have ended up in prison, and frankly, I'm too pretty to be in prison. But then I met Mara Jade, and she did my taxes. She was looking at it. She's like, what the f*** are you doing? She's like, you got 2 kids. I'm like, yeah. I'm still claiming 0. I'm taking the most, because that's the way we were brought up in my generation. It was 0 took out the most amount of money. 1 was when you lived on your own and you had a school loan. You took 1, which meant they took less money out of you, but there was a potential, depending on how you worked the amount of overtime, and there was some friends that you had figured it out and some friends that didn't, that they would have to pay in a certain amount of money, like a couple of $100, or they would get back a couple of $100. These are the people that would take you out for drinks that night, or dinner and drinks, or a movie, or they would have this massive cookout or something like that. Or even add a pool to their house if they were making a good amount of money. Then you had the guys, at least that I was hanging around, you had a lot of the people I went to high school with that had their own construction or landscaping business. They were doing okay. So they were able to write off a lot more because they had an accountant that hopefully was good for them and would write off more money. The people that write off that amount of money were doing okay, and you were like, oh, I got this. And then not even before I even owned my own business, I bumped into Mara Jade, and she just taught me about a lot of things, and one of them was the way to actually do your taxes, to be legit. You're not lying about anything. Not at all. This was an expense. Like, I owned a karate school for a while. So the shoes that I bought for that karate school to be on the floor all day, every day, were legit. Did I go overboard and have these custom-made shoes with my logo and stuff on them? No. I basically ordered shoes in my size and wrote them off because those are the shoes I needed to wear every day, because being on my feet all day long hurt. Now, there was a lot of times I needed to be barefoot, and I did, but there was a lot of times when I shouldn't have been barefoot, and I wasn't. There's a lot of things for your company, your business, if you're going down that route and trying to start your own business. Even if you're starting a computer repair business, if you started officially, you can write off that first computer or something that you buy. I know people that abuse it. I know people that utilize it and keep a striving business, but it's not easy, man. It's stressful. Dealing with the IRS is fucking stressful. And Mara Jade helped me out a lot. I mean, she always brings shit up like that and brings up law and stuff because she remembers them all. So again, we're the first ones here at BGFG and Stick Style to say, don't take everything we say to heart. But if something piques your interest, go look it up. If you go look it up and it comes out to be true, then awesome. That's awesome, and that's what matters. If you don't like it, then don't fucking look. I don't give a shit. I don't care at all. I'm just trying to have a good time here. So let me see what's going on here. I don't even care what I do with this at this point. I don't even know if they can hear me on this. And again, I'm not really sure, and I don't really care. But let me see. Can I change this yet? No. I used to be able to change it. Now I can't. I tried default just to see, and it seems to be working, so that's fine. Just warming up here.
Triple kill. No stopping me.
That was nice.